Hey guys, GamerJlee here, and with me as always is InsaneMatt. How are you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
And also joining us is Quakeman.
Hi.
I like how Jordan just completely fucking just doesn't even say, "Oh, I'm doing good."
I'm doing okay. I'm a little pissed off, and I'm in a good mood at the same time, but I'm doing okay. And the thing is that we started this conversation last night, and I had to kind of cut you guys off and tell you guys to stop talking about it because it was such a good conversation that I wanted to save it for this video. Now, all of you guys know here on the channel that I've been playing a lot of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Like, it's become one of my top played games. It's already, I've taken up, about almost 200 hours into the game. So, in all honesty, it's become one of my favorites. But there's something that recently got announced that has me a little bit worried and has a number of players in the community worried. And that is this announcement that on August 3rd, we will be launching 3 new crates. All 3 crates will contain items inspired by the Battle Royale movie, some of which you may have seen in our older artworks. And that is true, you can see it in the main title screen of the game. First and second crates are named the Wanderer's Crate and the Survivor Crate. These will be free to open. Each of these crates will include a set of themed clothes on top of the other cosmetic items. The third crate is named the Gamescom and Invitational Crate. You will have the most deserved pool of themed clothes. At Gamescom, our diverse pool of themed clothes. At Gamescom this year, there will be a holding an offline invitational, and basically what it is that you can get these crates using your rewards points in the game, in basically PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But to unlock the crate, you have to buy a key for $2.50. That is the same amount that you have to pay whenever it comes to CSGO. This has a lot of people worried. Now, they did say that this crate is only going to be available during the event. That is it. It's only during the event, so it's a limited time thing, and all the funds from this crate go towards the prize pool of the tournament. But there's a big but. A lot of people are concerned that this is not going to be the end of this, as there's been many articles coming out recently kind of saying that they're leaning towards having some sort of microtransaction in this once the game is fully finished and released. Now, Matt, tell me what you thought whenever you first heard about this, and give me your opinions.
I was giving, they were kind of giving me mixed signals, because that one quote that PlayerUnknown was talking about, how, oh, we are thinking about implementing this later on. He wasn't really saying that specifically, but it was very vague, so I didn't really know how to take it. But my whole opinion on it is we kind of need to get used to microtransactions nowadays, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just completely add them on later on. But as long as they're fair, I think they're okay. Like, I don't like how, you know, the invitational crate, let's say, what if that was permanent, right? And there are certain skins you can only get in that crate, but you have to buy the crate. You can't, or you have to buy the key, sorry.
Yes.
But I wish you were able to purchase the key with credits also, because that just seems really stingy in my opinion. But it's not permanent, it's only temporary. So but I would be okay with it permanently if you could just purchase the key with in game credits. Okay. Whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Like BP,
they're called battle points, or
yeah, oh yeah, they are BP. Okay,
BP, yeah. But Shane, how about you give us your whole take on this as well, because I've got basically a different opinion from you guys, I feel, but let's hear what Shane has to say.
I will say what I've always have said before. If you give good consumer aspects to it, I see no problem to microtransactions. Counter-Strike has always been the only game that has ever done it relatively bad. King of the Kill, regardless of people's opinions of the game compared to Pug, that at least gives you the option of giving you a free crate every 5 levels. And even if it's something you don't want, you can just, you know, trash it. And if you have another 100 scraps, you can get a new item out of that. And doing the season mode, if you get gold rank or higher, you get free scraps based on completion too. And that's good for the consumer in many different ways. I haven't spent a single dime on the gold skulls, and I already have a good enough, cosmetic gear, and that's a great thing to do. Having the ability to trash things for other stuff is a great idea. Something Overwatch needs to do. Side note. So as long as Pug continues the whole trash old items you don't want for credits and use credits to open up crates, that's fine. And if he wants to have exclusive crates where you have to buy money to open them, that's fine with me too, as long as it's handled pretty well. Let's say the stuff that's open in those crates you cannot sell on the Steam market or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, now
as long as they keep a balance between everything, give some free crates, give some not free crates, balance it out, give some consumer choice. If you don't do that, you're going to have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let me give my take on this, since I'm the third wheel on this, little boat of, basically you guys are on the back end of the boat and I'm on the front end trying to steer it, while you guys are back there saying you're on this side, I'm on this side. I'm not okay with it. I'm okay with the invitational one. That is the only one I'm okay with, because they are saying that this directly goes towards the prize pool of the tournament. But whenever it comes to microtransactions as a whole and being permanent, I've just never been a fan of it. Now, I've made a lot of mistakes in the past. I will admit that. I've made stupid unboxing videos, uncrating videos, and done the stupid fucking trends. I was an idiot and a stupid one at that. And honestly, I regret doing it, because here's the thing. I was adding to the problem. I was adding to 343's greed. I was adding to fucking Valve's greed whenever it came to that. And basically it took a video from the Quakeman that I watched recently that basically took me and said, look, I can't do this anymore. I'm basically fully against them. And the thing is, for me, is I just feel like a lot of people felt backstabbed by this announcement. And the thing is that PlayerUnknown has come out in the past saying we will never add microtransactions to the game, except for this exception, and explaining it. And the thing is, that's a good idea to raise the funds for the prize pool of the game, which I'm very okay with. But then hearing this quote, I'm going to read this to you real quick. The current system, as you play, you get points. With these points, you can buy crates. So we will be adding a key system. Eventually, you'll have to open these crates with keys. You'll be able to sell these crates as well on Steam, on the Steam marketplace, if you don't want to open them. Now, that has me a little bit worried. And Matt said he was also concerned about this, that they're going to get rid of the free crate system as a whole. Now, that has a lot of us concerned. Now, Matt, go ahead and voice your concerns with this.
So I actually should have mentioned that, how they were thinking about getting rid of all the free crates and you just have to buy them now.
One topic at a time, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd just be CSGO at that point, and then I would be really upset, because I hate CSGO's system.
Right.
That's why I don't buy any skins on it, because I don't support that kind of thing.
Right.
But I believe there are ways you can do microtransactions correctly. I said that really weird. Mm-hmm. For example, League, I think, does it right.
Quakeman said the same exact thing in his videos, that League was one of the best examples.
Well, I guarantee you I'm not copying, because I don't even watch him.
Yeah.
No offense, but I just don't. But
you probably don't even know who he is.
I think he's a Halo YouTuber, right?
Well, now he's kind of transitioning into multiple things, but yeah, continue.
Okay. But yeah, League system does it right, and if they went that route, I'd be okay with that, but it seems like they're just completely going the opposite direction.
Right. And that's the thing that's got a lot of people concerned, is that it's going to turn into that whole CSGO thing, because the game is popular enough to the point that people aren't going to care, and they're going to start doing these kind of videos just like they did with CSGO. Now, those crate opening videos have kind of dissipated for a lot of games. You don't see them anymore for Halo, because basically the Halo community has kind of turned their back on this, saying this is stupid. Why the hell are they doing this? You kind of see that there's no more people doing these crate opening, videos for CSGO, really, besides, like, Immortal HD doesn't really do them anymore from what I know. He hasn't even uploaded in forever, or he hasn't subscribed from, I don't know. And then Kutra basically the only time he's done it recently was whenever he was doing his December Daily Dozen series. So, but like that's the thing. It just seems kind of sketchy. Shane, what do you think of that quote I just read for you guys? In all honesty,
I actually kind of forgot the quote at the moment.
Do you want me to reread it to you real quick?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can I actually say something really quick?
Sure, go ahead.
So the one thing that also really bothered me, and I forgot to say before, was PlayerUnknown specifically said that he was never gonna put microtransactions in the game. Now that puts a really bad taste in my mouth. Obviously, I know Jordan said that, but it makes it a lot worse if he actually adds them permanently now.
Right.
I wouldn't find it as big as big of a deal if he never said that in the first place.
Right.
Because I'd be like, okay, well, we kind of expected it, right?
Right.
But since he came out and said, no, we're never going to do that. So he basically kind of lied to us.
Right. Well, and here's the thing. Shane gave a great example of this. It was the Sean Murray effect, I think he quoted it as. Shane, if you want to explain that real quick, go ahead.
I was basically saying that, you know, that, yeah, everyone attacks No Man's Sky and Hello Games and everything like that because of Sean Murray, but I'm like, but Sean Murray's not the only person part of it, you know? Sean Murray was just the one going after the PR stuff, but that's not the team's fault. They should have, now granted, yes, the team probably should have controlled him and made sure he didn't say shit like that, but at the same time, you know, you don't blame Halo's games for Sean Murray's fuck up. It's the same reason why people don't attack Microsoft for whoever the hell that guy was that during the early days of Xbox One who was saying, oh, if you want an offline console, it's called 360, you know?
Oh,
that guy.
I
you
forget
don't blame
that fucker's name.
Yeah, you don't blame Microsoft for that. You blame the guy who fucking said it. And that's the situation, is that sometimes a guy can say something and then turn around and the team is like, we can't do that. And that's the problem. Well, it's possible that the guy, what's his name, Green or something?
I don't know his,
Green.
Yeah.
Brendan Green. You know, it's possible that from the beginning he wanted to make this game as best as he can, but maybe as a business opposition later down the line, maybe he found out it's not possible. He has to do it. And that's hard. That is always hard for someone who wants to try and make a game with no microtransactions, no DLC, all the good things for gamers, and then you find out the game failed because it can't keep the servers online.
Right.
Yeah, and the thing is that we don't know the whole situation, so we don't know what was going on in his head or what was going on behind the scenes. So
right, and the thing is that basically Bluehole, the owner of that, came to Green saying, hey, here's a proposition for the game, you'd have all this control, so on and so forth. And I think that at that point, Green kind of opened his mouth a little too much before they knew how it was going to do. Now, the thing for me is, this game has made money hand over fucking foot when it comes to, you know, how many sales. It's right now, for as long as it's been out, has been the #1 like game. Every time I go check the list, it's the #1 selling on Steam at the moment. And I just have a feeling hearing this announcement, it's going to slowly start trickling down that ladder a little bit because people are worried. People, you know, including myself. Thing is, I love the game. I personally do, but I'm not going to give in to these microtransactions unless it's for like something like the Invitational, because I love esports. I'm a big, you know, fan of it. I'm looking forward to watching the Gamescom Invitational. I know that Matt's going to probably be watching it with me, correct, buddy?
of course.
And I want to see how they're going to do this. And if it's good, then yeah, I'll definitely buy that Gamescom crate. And I'll try and get those things because it's supporting players who want to play this game competitively. It's supporting a game that I enjoy. But if they take away the free option of crates, I'm going to kind of back away from that and say, look, I'm not going to be buying any skins. I'm not going to be buying any of this unless they have a free option, because the thing is, I don't want to fall down that. Now, if they come out and they explain why they're having to add microtransactions and they have good reasons, maybe. I don't know. That's the thing. I'm on a tightrope right now because I don't know if I should or shouldn't. And that's the thing that bugging me. They aren't a big corporation like EA with Battlefront 2. They aren't fucking Microsoft with Halo. They aren't any of these that I feel like they're just nickeling and diming you. I feel like they're doing this because they kind of have to, where the other companies aren't.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we won't really know until the game is released, because everything they've been saying is just speculation. You know, they're thinking about this or thinking about that.
Right.
We don't. If they ever remove the crates, we don't know how their microtransaction system is actually gonna work.
Exactly.
Because they never said that you'll have to buy a key to open the crates when the game is released. They just said that for the invitational.
Right.
So we don't know if they're ever going to change the way how maybe the keys will be, if they'll be cheaper, or they're going to completely mess with that system. Maybe you won't have to buy keys. Who knows? Maybe they're going to implement some other thing that's a lot better.
And they did admit that this invitational is going to be a testing grounds for that market and see how it's received. Now, so far, people have not received it very well. But one thing I was going to say, and Shane, I'm going to reread the quote to you, so that way you can give me your opinion on this, because the concern that me and Matt were talking about that he responded to was if they're going to fully take away the key system based off this quote, because that's what it kind of sounds like from what everyone's saying. The current system, as you play, you get points. With these points, you can buy crates. So we will be adding an in-game key system. Eventually, you'll have to open these crates with keys. You'll be able to sell these crates as well as on You'll be able to sell these crates as well on Steam's marketplace if you don't want to open them. Now, that sounds very similar to CS:GO, like I mentioned.
Right.
But what's your take on that, Shane? Do you think it sounds like they're going to eventually move away from the free crates entirely, or do you think that this is just another option?
The wording's vague a little bit. It's hard to say. I mean, it's in my head, it sounds like they want to try and keep the whole crate system and add the key system and everything like that. But then the question is how far they're going to go. Is it going to be strictly the key system have to be 250 permanently all the way through? Or maybe they're going to look into an option where you can buy a key for in-game points that would cost 2,500.
Right.
I don't know. It's hard to tell right now. You know.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Again, there are ways to do microtransaction in a good way, and I've seen some games do that, even though everyone hates them. And I get it. I understand no one wants microtransaction because, like, I've already spent $60 on you or something, and you want me to spend more money. Why would you do that? Right. You know, and part of me just kind of goes, how is it any different from trading card games? But granted, trading card games are physical and this is digital. But,
yeah.
But like games like Rainbow Six Siege recently just did that with their alpha packs. But you can buy them with Renown or with the in-game Rainbow Six credit system, which is, you know, in-game money. But you can buy them with Renown. And someone spent to get, I think, 100 of these alpha packs. It cost them 350,000.
Oh my fuck!
Renown. That's stuff you earn in game, not real world money.
Right.
So 350,000 renown to get 100 packs.
How easy is it to get this renowned?
Depending on how well you play in the game, you can get an average of 100 to 500, and if you play ranked, that's almost double.
That's interesting. Yeah, like one of the worst examples I can give, and this is a Halo channel, supposedly, as everyone keeps quoting it as, but the best example, like the worst example I can give is kind of Halo. Right now, they just came out the other day with, as you know, I ordered the Halo Legendary crates, right guys? Well, they just came out with, there was a pack of skins that were exclusive to the crate, right? For your battle rifle, so on and so forth. There was a pack, like, remember that time, Matt, we got those stickers, the, like, Spirit of Fire sticker and so on and so forth, and I put it on my old laptop?
Oh, wasn't there, like, Oni stickers also?
Right, it was
all a lock sticker, and we were like, fuck that.
There was a code on that thing that gave you a pack of weapons that had, like, those stickers on the gun. You know, they kind of look like CSGO stickers. But, basically, it was exclusive to the crate. This week, they just released that, but you can either buy it for $10, or B, you can spend 80,000 rec points. And I'm just like,
wow.
Wait, it didn't say it was a timed exclusive to the crate. It said it was exclusive, and now you're trying to nickel and dime us to get this, because if not, then there's just gonna be this gap in your inventory of, I don't have that, it's gonna bug me, you know, kind of mentality.
That's a lot.
Well, and they do that every time they do one of these packs. They say 80,000 points or $10. Your choice. It's ridiculous.
And sometimes options like that are perfectly fine. It just depends on how fair it is.
Right.
You know, let me take an example with Dirty Bomb. In Dirty Bomb, you know, it costs $10 to get one of the mercenaries. Majority of them. I think 3 of them you can get them for $7.50, but most of them were 10, like Phoenix and Turtle that recently came out, stuff like that, are $10 or 50,000 in-game credits. And depending on how often you play the game, it can actually take pretty easy time to get 50,000. You get 500 for every time you win a game, just a game, and 500 for playing every game type, which includes execution, stopwatch, and objective mode. Then there's missions that reappear every 3 hours, and those missions can range between 500 to 1,000 credits, and they're pretty easy to do. Get this many experience with this person in your squad, get experience as a support, get experience on a game type. Very easy. And if you do all of those on a daily basis and you do all your missions, you know, every 3 hours, you're probably already getting close to 25,000 to 30,000 just from those rewards, on top of the finished mission completions, which you get based entirely on how well you do in the game. And if you have a booster, which is not expensive, an 18-hour credit booster is $350. $350 for 18 hours, and it's in game, right. It's not like real time. So you have to play a total of 18 hours of in game for a credit booster for $350. That's not a bad deal. Buy one of those, play the game for a bit, do your mission, and you'll get 50,000 credits usually on 1 or 2 days, and boom. New Merc right there.
Yeah, and here's the thing. With most of these games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, usually those boosters count while you're out of game as well. They basically like, oh, you get a 1 hour, XP booster, and it only lasts an hour in menus, so on and so forth. And 18 hours for $3, that's not bad. That's kind of making your money up, And all honesty, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. I guess I'm not going to know how I'm going to feel about this until more news comes out about it. I'm going to be following it. I'm going to continue to be posting about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And honestly, I'm going to give my true opinions, because the thing is that what we need in the gaming industry is honesty. But my question is, what do you guys think at home? Are you a PlayerUnknown fan? Do you enjoy this game? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you feel like this is a chance that they could ruin the game? Or do you think that this is just not going to affect the game at all? Let us know down in the comment section down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at GamerJlee. You can also follow Matt at InsaneMatt and Quakeman at Quakeman224. Also, if you want to see Quakeman's newest video about Brink and Dirty Bomb, which he mentioned earlier in this video, he just made an excellent video that will be down in the description below, where I will have his channel. Go check it out. It was a great video in all honesty, and I had a great time watching it. But guys, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike. I have to say thank you once again to InsaneMatt. Well, just InsaneMatt. I'm getting confused with your Twitter handle.
My Twitter handle.
And Quakeman for joining me. I wanted to have this roundtable discussion last night, but unfortunately, some things came up and we weren't able to do it. But we got out to you guys. There will be a double upload today. This is a double upload day. I will be making another PlayerUnknown video, so if you don't like PlayerUnknown, you don't have to watch it, but I would appreciate if you did. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, GamerJlee, InsaneMatt, and Quakeman signing out.
Bye, guys.
Take care.